Not being tense, but ready. Not thinking, but not dreaming. Not being set, but flexible. Liberation from the uneasy sense of confinement. It is being wholly and quietly alive, aware and alert, ready for whatever may come. Welcome, Doomslayers. I'm Sidewinder. Doom Eternal is on the horizon, and I'm here to help you prepare your demon-slaying skills for Hell's invasion of Earth. Last time, we learned about guns. This time, we learned gun fu. Doom's mechanics and the relentless aggression of the Ultra Nightmare Demon Horde demand a Doomslayer understands the use of high-quality and high-frequency single direct attacks and combinations. This skill is absent in the Casual Slayer, yet it is of chief importance to the Masterful Slayer. The skill which bridges the gap between the uninitiated and the skilled Slayer is the ability to attack, change weapons, and attack again in a rapid, fluid, and constant manner. Simply selecting a weapon and firing cyclically, as a Casual Slayer does, is not nearly enough to put the Ultra Nightmare Horde in check. To truly take advantage of a Slayer's arsenal and develop skills which would lay low any demonic encounter, a Slayer must become familiar with the idea of weapon combinations or combination attacks. This means swiftly swapping between weapons in order to employ more damage than a single weapon over shorter times. This means understanding that the most appropriate weapon in each moment changes constantly due to the state of combat, as well as cooldowns and other delays in a weapon's operation. The practice of single direct attacks and combinations has an intrinsic synergy. As combinations are strings of single direct attacks, mastery of single direct attacks is the foundation for masterful combinations. Likewise, practicing combinations trains the Slayer's single direct attacks to be immediate and high frequency. Initially, a novice Slayer will perform single direct attacks and combinations with rigid difference. Their high quality single direct attacks will lack frequency, and their combinations will often only include 2 or 3 single direct attacks of dubious quality. However, as mastery increases, combinations become less rigid and more similar to a series of flowing, impromptu, high-frequency, single direct attacks. Put more simply, an intermediate Slayer may be able to execute a complex combination, but a Master will spontaneously generate powerful, efficient, and effective combinations in the moment. Before we discuss combinations more specifically, it would be an oversight not to describe the specific use and power of single direct attacks for a skilled Slayer. A high-quality single direct attack involves a combination of appropriate weapon choice, elusive movement, true aim, and urgency. The highest quality single attacks will stun, stagger, or kill. When properly equipped, a skilled Slayer may destroy most demons with single attacks. By combining elusive movement and swift swapping with urgent and true aim, a Slayer may dispatch demons with maximum frequency and minimum risk. Given siege mode, this power may extend even to Hell Knights, Revenants, Cacodemons, and Summoners. However, even when a Slayer lacks a variety of weapons and abilities, the idea of trying to reduce the destruction of demons to single attacks has obvious value. Armed with the combat shotgun alone, a skilled Slayer should be able to elusively and aggressively engage enemies such as imps and possessed soldiers with stunning and lethal single direct attacks and glory kills. A skilled Slayer will know the distance at which the shotgun will probably stagger, stun, or kill their target. Using this knowledge and the intention to reduce combat to a single direct attack, a Slayer can enhance the efficiency of their slaying in this and many similar circumstances. A Slayer may wonder, if a masterful Slayer is focused on strings of highly effective single direct attacks, then why should neophytes and intermediately skilled Slayers think in combinations? The reason is because, through practicing combinations, one develops the ability to achieve and maintain a string of attacks. If one thinks strictly within the realm of single attacks, then, if one is not masterful, one will find themselves thinking when they could be attacking. If a novice simply commits to the action of combination, they will quickly achieve swift, albeit short, strings of attacks. The benefit of even this meager skill is dramatic when dealing with any foe more formidable than an imp. The intentional practice of combinations will significantly accelerate one's skill development. Before discussing combinations specifically, I would like to mention the distinction between a basic weapon combination and an advanced weapon combination. I consider any string of single direct attacks which uses more than one weapon in a short enough time scale to be considered a single attacking action to be a weapon combination. Therefore, any weapon combination which includes more than a single swap between two weapons is an advanced weapon combination, while short, single swap combinations are basic. Further, a single attacking action timescale is somewhere between the amount of time it takes for a super shotgun to reload and a Hell Knight to recover from a stun, but not a stagger. The goal of any combination attack is to fill these short periods with rapid and immediate attacks which result in a stun, stagger, or kill. Next, I would like to discuss several combinations I have personally found to be effective for rebuking Hell's Army. I will detail each combination and the single direct attacks which comprise them specifically. As well, I will provide some short descriptions of each combination's use. These brief descriptions are generally the most obvious observations of each combination, as describing the entire breadth of their usefulness would be time better spent by practicing the combinations themselves. You will notice many of these start with the explosive shot before swapping to another weapon to avoid the primary fire of the shotgun and the cooldown of the grenade. Explosive shot to super shotgun. The most basic combination requiring the fewest inputs and a potentially massive amount of damage capable of dispatching enemies as formidable as cacodemons. This combination is very effective for when a Doomslayer needs to advance on his mid to close range opponent and swiftly deliver a killing combination of attacks. This combination may also be a good way to open up an engagement against a Baron or Cybermancubus, but will often require a Slayer be closer to those enemies than is generally preferable. Explosive shot to rocket. This basic combination does excellent damage at moderate range. Made even more fearsome with remote detonator, this combination is potentially capable of giving pause to our greatest foes. Explosive shot to triple rocket. This combination reliably destroys Revenants and Hell Knights and reliably causes cacodemons to stagger. This combination can also be employed to quickly destroy two different targets at different distances or elevations. Achieving a lock-on is quick and enough time for the explosive shot to cool down, making this a basic, cyclical combination. This combination can confidently waste any engagement where explosive shot accuracy is assured. Explosive shot to Gauss Cannon. An aggressive and simple combination which delivers generous damage, effective for engaging tough targets at moderate or close distance. This same combination can be performed with Siege Mode for even greater destruction at the cost of some time to charge the Gauss Cannon. Explosive shot to Plasma Heat Blast. A great way to reduce a room's population swiftly, or, similarly to the explosive shot super shotgun, an effective technique to aggressively move into our enemy's position. This combination is very easy to perform accurately and decimates clusters of enemies of various durability. Explosive shot to single rocket to triple rocket. This basic combination employs a single swap, but 3 single direct attacks. This is a flexible combination capable of providing multiple enemy staggers to a Doomslayer who needs to buy time for target reacquisition or to simply more swiftly kill an enemy who may stand up to 3 rockets, but not 4. The rocket launcher primary fire in the middle of this combination reduces the amount of time between the explosive shot and the next attack, and also reduces the amount of time between an attack and the following triple rocket. Triple rocket to super shotgun. A heavy direct damage option for aggressively engaging a hard target at a rapidly closing distance. Triple rocket to Siege Mode Gauss Cannon. An extremely high amount of damage which is very effective against distant, large targets of various elevation. Before discussing advanced combinations, I would like to summarize the idea of basic combinations. Some basic combinations may have as many as 4 single direct attacks, such as rocket to triple rocket to explosive shot, but the single swap is what distinguishes them from advanced combinations. A masterful slayer uses lightning-fast basic combinations to slay moderately durable demons swiftly, or to slay 2 or more demons in a single attacking action. While there are more basic combinations than presented here, such as siege mode to micromissiles, or any combination involving the stun bomb or heat wave, at this point a slayer should understand the concepts and goals of basic combinations. To explore every possible combination, even with the limit of a single swap, would take a considerable amount of time and would involve discussing many combinations which are not practical. Advanced combinations are used much less often than basic combinations, even by masterful slayers, as the demons which require so many attacks are rare compared to those who do not. I have given names to some of the various advanced combinations, as referring to them as their entire series would be cumbersome. The Mancubus staggering combination, explosive shot to Gauss cannon to super shotgun. This combination is generally reserved for Mancubi, Barons, and bosses. The high damage of the weapons involved is overkill for most demons. Flurry of blasts, Gauss cannon to super shotgun to Gauss cannon. The most aggressive and destructive cyclical combination. At close distance, there is no equal to the devastating power of this combination. Alpha Strike, Gauss Cannon to Cluster Strike to Gauss Cannon to Super Shotgun. The Mancubus staggering combination isn't enough to immediately stagger or kill Cyber Mancubi or Barons. This combination assumes an aggressive approach against these most formidable foes, and true aim guarantees their swift demise. Distant Target Alpha Strike, Cluster Strike to single to Gauss Cannon, a variant of the Alpha Strike which will slay Cyber Mancubi or Barons at a distance. Advanced Combat Shotgun Primary Fire combination, Cluster Strike to Super Shotgun, Combat Shotgun Primary Fire to Cluster Strike. This combination uses the Combat Shotgun Primary Fire to fill time while the Cluster Strike cools down. The cooldown of the Cluster Strike is longer than a swap to the Super Shotgun and back. A single primary fire from the combat shotgun fills that gap in time. This combination is extremely useful when a slayer must rely on his shotguns, and can also be performed with charged bursts instead of explosive shot. There are obviously many more options for combinations, but the combinations presented here are sufficient for familiarizing a slayer with the concepts of combination attacks. It is important that a slayer thinks of their opportunities to do damage as being limited and sporadic. It is often within a Doomslayer's interest to pack as much damage into these short amounts of time as possible by using weapon combinations. Thanks for watching episode 2 of Sidewinder's Guide to Doomslaying. In a future episode, I'd like to explore the differences between executing a combination attack on keyboard and mouse or with a controller. You can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/S1Bwinder, or you can read the text version of my Doom Guide. Both are linked in the description. Come back next time and learn about the power of runes.